Hi, I'm John.
And I'm Dan.
And together we're
Pocrates.
Today we're going to do a video covering Galarian Ponyta and Rapidash. After the 24-hour stream, we thought it would be fun to cover what could happen when they release this Pokemon in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield next month on November 15th.
Galarian Ponyta is kind of going viral right now. It's quite the looker. It's honestly one of, I think, the best designs that Pokemon's ever come up with. Rapidash has always been one of my favorite Pokemon, so I'm very excited to see this design. I was even saying probably a month or two ago that I was really hoping for a Fairy-type Rapidash because it just makes so much sense. I was hoping that it would be the first Fire Fairy type, but looking at its design, not convinced that Fire typing is still remaining. I think it's pure Fairy, but we'll take a closer look at its build and typing
and what it could mean and what kind of moves it might learn if it were a Fairy type. Let's take a look at the Rapidash that we already have, Cantonian Rapidash. Rapidash is a pure Fire type with pretty decent stats. It has base stats of 500, which is pretty comparable to a fully evolved starter Pokemon. Its HP is below average, and it doesn't really have a lot of defenses to keep it on the field, but with a speed stat of 105 and an attack stat of 100, it can manage to sweep pretty well.
It's pretty decent. I have a Rapidash myself named Donatella. She's pretty fab. She's actually pretty versatile. She gets access to Mega Horn, Horn Drill,
Flare Blitz, Bounce. Rapidash has a pretty good coverage in its move pool.
So I'm a big fan of it. Seeing the Galarian Fairy type,
potentially, yeah,
most likely, Rapidash. I think they're going to keep it a physical attacker. The problem with that is that we only have one physical fairy move, Play Rough. So I think if this is going to be a fairy type, they're going to have to come up with a few extra fairy type moves.
Agreed.
They're doing construction outside.
So
our
if
house.
you can see on the screen right now, is basically it's two charts that are fully evolved Fire type stats and fully evolved Fairy type stats on average. On average, the strongest stat that a Fire type will have is its special attack, and for a Fairy type, special defense. Neither of these stats are really that amazing for Rapidash, and I agree with Dan. I kind of think that when they make new forms, they do want to keep intact the build of that Pokemon. So what we might be seeing is a fast sweeper that now has Fairy and possibly Fairy Flying type.
It would be nice to see them take some, maybe 10 points off of Rapidash's special attack and apply it to its attack or something of that sort.
Or maybe even its special defense, since that's kind of in line with Fairy type having pretty strong special defense.
Right.
It'll also give it a little more bulk with that 65 HP stat so that it can stay on the field long enough to accomplish something. Let's see. So looking here, we have the move pools for Rapidash from Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Let's Go, and this is just from Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but we're going to use it to speculate as to what it could mean in Sword and Shield.
So I think that most of the moves will probably be similar to Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. All of the moves that are based on it being more of a horse, like agility, takedown, I could see bounce, sting, stomp, tail whip, quick attack, fury attack. I think all of those will stay the same, but we'll see substitutions for Ember, Flame Wheel, Flame Charge, Fire Spin, Inferno, Fire Blast, and Flare Blitz. The thing is, like I said before, we only have one physical fairy type move, Play Rough. So
we need more options.
Yeah, I mean they'll probably give it a few other fairy type moves, maybe like Disarming Voice or something like that. But I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do.
The problem with giving it Disarming Voice is then we're adding a special attack move to a Pokemon whose build is more of a physical build. Granted, it gets Ember and Fire Blast, but I agree. We need more Fairy-type moves, or is Pokemon Company going to just keep giving Pokemon Pixelate ability and calling moves like Takedown and Stomp and Quick Attack good Fairy-type buffed-up moves? I think one interesting thing when you look at Pokemon Let's Go is that this is the most recent game where Rapidash was in the region. Rapidash was not in region for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. As you watched in our Galarian theory, it got the new egg move, wasn't in the games. But in Let's Go, it also got new move pool moves. It got Hypnosis, and it got Double Kick. Those were not move pool moves in its level up moves. And now they are. Are those suggesting anything? I don't know, but I'd be interested to see a Galarian Ponyta that can use Hypnosis. That to me would be pretty cool.
Which makes me wonder its possible second typing. Is it going to have a Psychic, Fairy Psychic, or a Fairy Ghost typing? I don't know.
I know when its head first appeared, a lot of people were seeing the Galarian Ponyta's face more like it was a skull with a bunch of like almost what looked like gray smoke behind it. I even thought it was a ghost type when I first saw it. However, seeing the full image of it, I'm not sure about ghost, but I'd be excited to see it.
I could see Rapidash either staying pure fairy or having wings and becoming a fairy flying. I think either would be pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I agree. And I think one cool thing, if it were to become fairy flying, would be to remove bounce and to give it something like Sky Attack or Wing Attack.
Or maybe it will just get, instead of the fire attacks, maybe it'll get more air flying type special attacks like Air Slash or
interesting.
something like that instead of these fire type moves. So, what do you guys think about Galarian Ponyta Rapidash?
Do you think they're going to create any new moves that will match this build?
What type would you like to see Galarian Rapidash end up being? I've also seen a few rumors about it possibly having a split evolution. I'm not really convinced about that. I mean, I did see that
there seems to be some possibly gender variation between having a tail and not having a tail. And some people have even said, well, maybe this is suggesting that with such a big difference that they might evolve into completely different Pokemon.
So let us know what you think about Galarian Ponyta. What do you think we're going to see?
If you enjoyed this video, give us a like and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.